Hello everybody. I want to make a uitoolkit tutorial, but unfortunately I gotta rush. Since I can only do 15 minutes at a time apparently. I didn't really do anything other than put everything in settings. Blah blah blah. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is this is going to be a very simple chat box. Let's go into Windows, uitoolkit, UR Builder. Go ahead and click on unsaved.uxml and then just change it to 1920 by 1080. Go to panel settings. You have a constant physical size scale. Change that scale and change it to the same size. This just makes things easier over time. Go ahead and save. I'm going to put a root in here. Type in root. Save. This is going to be called chatbox UXML. Next is going to be justify. I'm going to name these for later, and I'm going to have it justify with a line. And now we're going to go with the real chat box. And we're going to change the color of chat box to some sort of pink, reddish color so we can actually tell what's going on. If you hit flex, it's going to be 0 and it's going to be 0. This is fine. Now, if you hit change the size, the width is fine, and I'm going to change it to 35%. Now, you notice the chat box grew with it. That is perfectly what we want. Now, on justify, if you hit alignment and hit justify content and go to flex end, it will go to the bottom. Okay, thank you. In the chat box, it's going to have a different size of width. It should always be percentage, by the way. 35%. Alignment, let's bring it down to 25%. Let's have 2 in here. I'm going to get rid of the unset for background. I'm going to have another one in here. And another one in here. So we have 4. Why 4? Well, theoretically we're going to have just 2. I'm going to drag and drop it in 2 visual elements. And this is going to turn to... Actually, the chat box is going to do this. This is going to go down. And the rest is this. So now... This is way too big, so we're going to shrink this down. Get rid of shrink too. It's going to be 150 by 150. Actually, no, it won't be. It'll be 250. 300? You know what? 100% of 100. And 350. 250. That seems way too big, to be honest. So in chat box, it's going to shrink 100, 200. In alignment, it's going to be flex end. Wait, is that how it works? I feel like I did something wrong. 22%. And flex is going to go back to 1. And audio is going to be about 35%. Let's change this to 20. 20 is fine. It looks good on 20. $200. Yeah, 200 is good. Change the color here. This is what I get for trying to rush. And let's change it back to here. And let's change it back to here. There you go. I understand these are ugly colors, but watch what happens when I do this. Display and gone. Pretty cool, huh? Next is going to be 2 labels. The flux on here is going to change to 0, but the size is going to be about 10%. Nah, 20, 30? Yeah, 30% is okay. And then text is going to be 30. It's going to be white. It really should be 50, to be honest. 45. 45 is okay. The other one's going to be about 35, I believe. Hit white. Now, the rule of thumb of labels, it should always... Let's just change it to look. 234. Oh, that's flex. Let's change that to warp. There should always be 4. So let's go ahead and shrink this until it fits 4 into it. Now let's change the visual element here. And increase the size. Yeah, that's good. There. That looks better. Go ahead and save. Now, you're probably wondering what justify in alignment does. Well, alignment will change it to middle. This is the icon. So let's have some space between the two. Yeah, I should have known the label would be the one that I wanted to change. There we go. Usually 5 or 10. There we go. That's good. Well, we got it. In the next tutorial, we're going to have functionality.